Hey, what is up, guys? I am Hippie, and I want to welcome you back to a brand new video for you guys today.
Yeah.
Back in the Spooktacular with something a little bit special, a little bit cool today. So, these, I guess, are called MiniCast, but I guess they're technically Let's Builds. What we're doing right now is we are building something for a Let's Play type thing tomorrow, a mini game that I made, and we're gonna play it tomorrow. But we're building it today, and I thought it would be nice if we use this as some of the footage for the mini podcast type things that we're doing right now. So we're gonna hang out today. We're gonna do a little building, and we're gonna talk about some of our absolute most favorite Halloween memories. Are you excited?
Totally.
Are you prepared?
So prepared.
So prepared? Um,
Extremely.
Extremely prepared. So we got like I think three of these coming up this week. So what we're doing right now is building an apple like barrel. What are those things called?
A barrel.
Apple diving?
A
What is that game called?
bobbing
Apple
for
bobbing, apple bobbing, bobbing for apples. This is an apple bobbing barrel. Yeah. Um, so yeah, we're
bobbing,
building one of
bobbing
these
for
and
apples.
we're gonna fill it up with water. You're gonna come up to the ledge. Somebody has hidden 10 apples in about 50 chests. You have to jump in. You have to look around in chests, but you have to be able to make it back up without drowning. So you'll have like
Oh, that's
2 minutes.
cool.
Yeah, you'll have like 2 minutes to go down, or you'll have 2 minutes per round. So you'll have 2 minutes. You'll go down. You'll look for as many apples. You have to keep coming up. If you drowned and die, then you are disqualified.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
And
you
then
can't have.
the
You
person
just
with the
get to.
most apples after it, and then the next person will hide the apples. And um, I'm gonna do something cool too, where we're gonna have you have to hide 10 apples, but you also have to hide a Aqua Infinity 1 helmet.
Hmm,
So if they
that would
found that first, then it would give them a lead that round. But yeah, so we're gonna hang out today, and we're gonna tell some stories, and we're just gonna kind of talk and have a good time and do these miniature podcast type idea thingies. So it's not something completely new. It's something I used to do last Halloween and I think the Halloween before that. So you excited?
yeah.
You want to go first or you want to go second?
I'll go second because I'm not
Okay.
that interested.
So I thought we would talk about like our just favorite Halloween memories, either of all time or the ones that either just completely stick out in our mind, right?
Hmm.
And I was thinking about it, and I guess I divide my Halloween memories up in two parts. I have Halloween memories before I started YouTube, and I have Halloween memories after I started YouTube. And they're
Hmm.
different in a way because um, after I started YouTube, I didn't do any trick or treating or anything like that. So all of my Halloween memories come exactly from YouTube.
Yeah.
Um, and so my favorite Halloween memory from YouTube has to be not last year, but the year before that. So it would have been 2014. It was the
Hmm.
second year I did the 7 Day Spooktacular, and it was the first year doing the 7 Day Spooktacular on Adventures with Hippie. Um, and I just completely went crazy with it. We did, I think it was 40 something videos in
Wow.
a span of technically 8 days because this is the first year I've actually corrected the 7 Day Spooktacular. Um,
Yeah.
the 7 Day Spooktacular always used to start on the 24th,
Hmm.
but then because I was like 24th through the 31st, that's 7 days, right? It turns out that's 8 days. So I was always technically doing the 8 Day Spooktacular, and I never really realized it until like last year when it was already a little bit too late, and I was like, oh crap! I just realized I do it 7 days instead or 8 days instead of seven. So I corrected that. I think just this year was the first one. Last year I used to do it too. So yeah, this is the first official 7 Day
7 days
Spooktacular.
spectacular.
But this is the fourth year I've been doing 7 Day Spooktacular.
Seven
And
slash 8 days spectacular.
yeah, the 7/8 day Spooktacular. But I can remember back in 2014, and it was the first year I did it on this channel. And I wanted to go as hardcore as possible, and I wanted to make it the biggest celebration that I'd ever had. And so I decided to plan out as much as I could, and I had 5 videos a day. And
Oh wow.
yeah, and like I said, I was doing it for 8 days by accident. I know I started recording in September.
Mhm.
I started writing my script in August, and
That sounds like you.
yeah, it does it? You
You haven't
bully,
changed a
you a
bit,
big
babe.
bully. But it was just a really, really intense type thing, but a really amazing one because I know I was up for about 21 hours on the first day of the Spooktacular, getting videos edited and rendered and recorded and getting videos up and just stuff like that. And um, I remember it wasn't as exactly stressful. I would have thought it would have been stressful, but I don't really think it was stressful. I think I was fully prepared for it though. I was like, yeah,
Mm.
I'm gonna go crazy with this thing, and so I'm gonna. I think I even took a few days off YouTube the day before, and I
Mm.
still ended up staying up 21 hours after. But I just remember all of the videos that we did. We did adventure maps. I did. I don't think I did creepypastas, but I know we read stories, um, and I know we told stories and did a lot of like type things like that. We played a ton of mini games like I did, or like we're making here. But I wasn't too good of a builder back then, so a lot of the building sucked, but the games themselves worked. So that's why this year I'm focusing on.
Where'd you get the idea for apple bobbing, like mini games like that?
Um, well, I used to make my own mini games a lot. I made a lot
Look
of
at
different
me
things.
being a pro podcast professional.
I made me and my brother used to have a let's play, like that we actually called the Minecraft Let's Play, and it was just us playing my mini games every
Hmm.
week. I built Monopoly. I built a fully working version of Duck Hunt. I built a game called High Dive where you had to jump off these giant platforms into one by one water holes.
Hmm.
And if you didn't, you would die, and you had to keep
That's
going
cool.
turn for turn until you got to the end. And just a crap ton of games. One of them was called Peyote,
Hmm.
and your landlord was named Odie, and you had to pay him. But when you got there, you didn't have money
Peyote.
to pay him the rent, and you found out that he had a particularly interesting rash down below, and so you had to
What?
go,
Yeah.
you had to go and make him a cream for his rash, and it required getting
That's.
mushrooms from a hidden maze. It required you getting gunpowder and stuff from creepers and bones and zombie flesh and stuff like that. And that was one of our games. But I built a lot of different types of games. But we eventually ended the series because we just like, got to a point where we didn't have time to record a whole lot, and YouTube wasn't a huge priority back then.
Mhm.
Um, and so that series ended, and it started going to things like Winecraft and other game Let's Plays and stuff like that I was doing at the time. And just recently, I was watching one of those videos when I was working on um, the uh, the 5K special. I was working on that, and
Mhm.
I noticed some of our old videos, and I started watching them, and I was like, some of my games weren't bad. I want to see what I can do now and see what I can rethink of and recreate and what I can
Is
build
this
better.
not supposed to be centered? Oh god, I'm sorry.
What's up?
Nothing, nothing.
It should be 8, 3, 2,
Oh, okay.
triangled. Yeah.
Anyways, as you were saying.
But I was looking at some of our games, and I was like, I bet you I can make some of these better. And then it got into my idea that I was like, well, Halloween's coming up. I'm gonna try to see what Bree thinks of some of my games, and I'm gonna try to make some of our games for her. And I've come up with 3 games for us to play for Halloween, and if we like it, then I'll keep playing or keep creating games over the next few months and just keep going for different holidays and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that was my favorite like YouTube Halloween memory. Um, What about you? What is your favorite all-time Halloween memory?
Well, I my favorite like all-time memory will have to be like making these scarecrows that I make with my family.
Yeah,
We used to do every year, but we don't anymore because we're older, obviously.
yeah,
But like we would just like get together and find old like um stockings and like
yeah,
masks that we don't really use for Halloween anymore, and we'd get like plaid shirts that are ripped up and stuff, and
yeah.
we would just put together like a creation with our family and like make scarecrows and have
That's
them
actually pretty
outside.
cool. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever done anything like that. Um,
Like we kind of carved pumpkins and stuff, but I think creating scarecrows was much cooler than that.
yeah, I think like probably carving jack-o'-lantern is probably the biggest thing I've ever done for a Halloween. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's crazy that you have a more interesting Halloween story than I do. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean it's just like you take the guy who loves Halloween more than
I don't know.
any
It's
other
just
holiday.
when we were both little, my parents kind of like strive to have like holidays be amazing and
Yeah.
have something to do. Especially my mom, because she's an artist, so she
Yeah.
obviously loves doing that stuff and decorating and
It's pretty cool. Um, I don't think. Yeah, I think we mentioned it before that like neither of our families really decorated as much.
yeah.
Um, it was just kind of like it was a holiday that we celebrated and stuff, but
Hmm.
not as big as
We
most of the other
decorated
holidays.
when we were little. They decorated much more, obviously,
Yeah.
but we like every year. It's like a tradition to have our fog machine. Like
Yeah.
we did, like I didn't think we would do it last year, and I was handing out candy and like, well, let me go get it. It's in the shed, and he gets the fog machine. So
All
that's
right, let's build a little platform over here. Um,
oh.
make it 8 long, and we'll do little stairs like that.
Are we gonna place chests everywhere, or
Yeah, we're gonna build some chests up here though first for our collection bay. That way we know how many we've each gotten and we know how to keep track of it. And then
okay?
also a section for you to grab 10 apples out of. So, um, if you want, do you want to just take some stairs and just build either a staircase straight down, or you can build a platform over to this mountain, whichever you want to do. And I'll start getting our area set up and some beds here just in case we um, drowned, we can respawn here.
Hmm.
So put the beds right there, and then we'll have a chest here and a chest here, and we'll get some signs.
Wait, you just wanted to go straight down?
Yeah, just straight down to the ground, and then we'll pretty it up later.
Hmm. I feel like then you should have put. Sorry.
Okay, so there's a sign or a chest for each of us, and right here is gonna be a sign for apples, and then I gotta get some actual apples. That should be plenty, I think. So we're gonna have 3 rounds, where we each go for 2 minutes. And oh, let me put these all the way over here. And then we'll count up the total after 3 rounds. And whoever has the most apples will win. And we'll get a little prize for you, and we'll keep it just in case this becomes a regular thing. You can keep track of which ones you kept or which ones you won over the years.
Over
That's what we
the
used to do
years.
on our old Let's Play.
Hmm.
We had our houses and we had these little signs, little oh, that's nice. I like that. Little prizes that we would win if we won the contest. For instance, Monopoly was a piece of paper called Monopoly, or it was called Monopoly actually. It was a piece of
Manhattan.
paper and then an apple that you got to put in your house on an item frame, and that's how it worked. And we would keep track of who won the most over the like months that we did it. And so maybe we'll do it like that. Maybe we'll build a really super fancy house for us and have um, a room dedicated to each of us, and we'll put item frames in there and put our winnings in there. Um, So what do you think? You got any other like really, really important memories to you, or anything in particular that was just
Well, mm, other than like the basic stuff, getting dressed up and
yeah,
Halloween, trick or treating. I didn't trick or treat too much because I have asthma and I've always had
yeah,
like breathing problems.
yeah,
So like it's like always impossible for me to be out too long,
yeah?
especially with cold weather and everything. But
Oh
I
yeah, 'cause
don't.
like the colder the weather, it's worse on your
Mhm.
lungs, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, when we had a lot of things we used to do when we were little. Like we'd go around on our lawnmower and we would decorate it with lights and go around because we didn't want to walk. So we
Decorate the
just,
lawnmower.
yeah, like we'd put lights around it. Like it had a cart that we'd go in
Yeah.
and we'd
You should
just sit
mention that
and,
you lived in the countryside.
yeah, I
Like
did.
you
So
weren't
it,
just
it
driving a
took a,
lawnmower down the street.
no, it took a good amount of time to get into houses, so
Yeah.
that
'Cause like
helped.
we never had that problem where I live.
Yeah.
The houses are so close together that we would hit
I
10,
mean,
15 houses
I
before
move
we
a
hit our
lot,
street.
so
Yeah.
I have experience with every type of countryside or not.
I don't know how many chests are here, but I'm assuming that's about 50 chests. Okay.
Oh,
Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some stone and I'm gonna put it right on this level, and then we gotta fill in the entire thing real quick because this is where the rim of the water is gonna be. So the name of this game is Giant's Apple Bobbing,
mhm.
and the story is that this is an apple bobbing tank that was left over from a giant festival a few weeks ago. Okay.
What about giants were having a festival and they forgot to take their apple bobbing
Yeah, it was a
place?
giant festival and it was left over after. And so now we are going to turn it into the most extreme form of apple bobbing
Extreme
ever
fun
created,
ever dreamed of.
ever dreamed of. So I'm pretty excited though because it's been a while since I've done a lot of the things we're doing this Halloween. I haven't read
Yeah.
a creepypasta in a year. I haven't built a mini game in probably 10 months at least. Um, and there's just a lot of things right now that like I'm
It
getting
seems
to
like a
do
cool
again.
game. Like, I usually don't like little mini games, but this sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Do you want me to leave it as a surprise, or do you want me to tell you the other mini games I have planned?
Tell me!
All right.
Tell me!
So there's one called Trick or Treat. The
Oh,
idea
yeah,
is
you
you're on
mentioned
a
that one.
street and you have 10 houses in front of you, right?
Hmm.
5 on one side, 5 on the other. You have to go door to door,
Hmm.
stand right in front of the door, ring the doorbell. Door's going to open, and it's either going to spit out a piece of candy or it's going to shoot you with an arrow.
Oh.
Yeah. Um, Now, the thing is, you're not going to have any food regeneration, so you're not going to get any health regen.
Hmm.
So you can't take 10 arrows and live. Um,
You can take candy and
you can
eat
take the 10
it.
candy and live, though. So the goal is to get as many houses as you can and get as much candy as you can before you die. Or if you can possibly make it, get 10 candies. But I don't know
What
if
if
that
you
would be like a 1 in a million chance, I think.
what if you
Um,
eat the candy and then
you
live
could technically eat the candy, but I think that would ruin your chances of
against the
winning.
rules? Oh.
Yeah, because the person with the most candy would win.
Oh.
So it'd be like, I got 8 candy, I got 7, but then you ate those two. It's like, oh crap. So like you just go until you die, and then oh god,
Crap!
oh
Crap!
god,
I'm
oh you're
sorry.
just in the moment. I hear you. But the other one is called Halloween Hooligans. It's a
Hmm.
game I designed either last year or the year before, and it's gonna be remastered and made a lot better. But basically, the idea is you're in the town, the same trick or treat town.
Hmm.
In front of each of the houses is going to be a pressure plate that you would have to stand on for like 5 to 10 seconds while you're vandalizing the house.
Oh
So
wow.
once you do that, the house's lights will turn on, and that's how you know you've hit that house, you've vandalized that house.
Hmm. How does
The
that even work?
I actually figured out an idea how to do it now. Um,
Hmm.
when I first made it, it was honor rules. stand on the house for 5 seconds. If you don't stand on the house for 5 seconds, you have to do it again. It was kind of honor rules. But this time, I've designed a mechanism that will actually make it work to where you have to stand on the pressure plate for 10 seconds.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and the way it's going to work is with hoppers and items giving redstone comparator signals that will only reach at certain points to the house. But the one person is the hooligan who's going to have to wear the skeleton mask and go out, and he's going to have certain supplies like a splash potion of blindness for like 30 seconds. That'll be like a smoke bomb. Um, and like you can go through the sewer systems. That's kind of your safe place. You can go back to your hideout. That's the safe place. And you can go inside the convenience store. That's a safe place. The other person is the cop on patrol for Halloween. That person has a uh, a stick in their hand. That's about it. They have a stick.
You just have
Um,
a stick.
yeah, you have to do your patrol up and down these streets and just keep walking around, keep searching, keep doing secret stuff, and looking for the hooligan.
Mhm.
The only honor rule is that you can't really like camp the houses. You kind of have to keep moving, keep walking around. And if you see the hooligan, you hit him with a stick. If they get hit with the stick, they have to walk back to their hideout. Okay, so this is how it works. There is all these chests down below. In between each round, the person will jump in, and
You got
I should
this.
probably put this right here. That way they can get up on it after. Um, you'll put the 10 apples in there.
I
They'll
got
dive
it.
down, they'll look for the 10 apples, and then come back up after 2 minutes and see how many they've gotten, put them in their chest. Then they'll take a break,
This is getting
hide the other
scared.
ones, and then keep going. But yeah, Halloween hooligans. Once you go back to your house, you can go back again. You'll have like 5 minutes to do it, and then you'll switch places. 5 minutes to do it, and then if it didn't take too long, maybe we'll switch rounds again, or we'll just see how you did after one round. But
So yeah.
after that, I guess maybe if you guys like this idea, if Bree likes doing it, then maybe we'll do some more mini games that I've created and keep doing different things like that because I've always had really good ideas for mini games, at least in my mind, I think. So maybe I can try building some of them for you guys and seeing how Bree likes them. But that's basically going to go ahead and do it though for the mini cast today. We're working on another one in a few days, building another, I guess, place and another design and telling some different stories. But that's going to go ahead and do it though for now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the 7-day Spooktacular. I have been Hippie, and I will see you guys
Next time.
next time.